All right, let's kick things off. Are you ready for some serious Premier League analysis?
Always ready.
Perfect, because today we're diving deep into the upcoming Everton versus Manchester United match.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
It is. It's happening at Goodison Park on February 22nd. So if you're looking for that tactical edge, you've come to the right place.
Absolutely.
We've got this fantastic preview that breaks down everything, from recent form to even betting tips.
Yeah, it's a pretty comprehensive look at the matchup.
It is, whether you're a diehard Premier League fan or, just curious about the strategies behind the beautiful game.
There's something here for everyone.
Exactly. So let's get started. First things first, Goodison Park. It's not just a stadium, is it?
Oh, definitely not. It's practically a fortress for Everton. Over 39,000 passionate fans, known for creating an electric atmosphere.
Yeah, a cauldron.
Right. It can be a really tough place for visiting teams.
Oh, I bet. Especially for a team like Manchester United, who, according to our source, are going up against a pretty dominant Everton at home.
Yeah, Everton have been on fire at Goodison Park lately.
They have 4 wins out of their last 6.
Some impressive results in there, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Remember that 4-0 thrashing of Leicester City?
Oh, yeah, that was a statement win.
And then how about that 3-2 comeback against Tottenham?
Talk about a thriller. That must boosted their confidence even more.
Absolutely. So clearly, Everton's home advantage is a factor, but I'm curious, their overall form, it hasn't been that spectacular, has it?
No, it's been a bit of a mixed bag, really. Some wins, draws, and losses.
Yeah, a bit inconsistent.
But at Goodison, they seem to find another gear.
It's like they transform. So is it the crowd, the familiar pitch, or maybe both?
Probably a combination of everything. There's something about playing in front of your home crowd, that extra motivation.
Yeah, the energy, the support. So while Everton seems to thrive at Goodison, Manchester United's away form, not so stellar.
Yeah, it's been a bit shaky.
Yeah.
Few wins, but also some draws and losses.
Not the consistency you'd expect from a team like Manchester United.
Definitely not. It's something Everton might be able to exploit.
Yeah, capitalize on those weaknesses. And speaking of, exploiting weaknesses, the tactical side of things is where it gets really interesting. Our source says Everton, under David Moyes, will likely set up in their usual 4-2-3-1 formation.
Classic Moyes. Solid and organized.
Okay, so for those who might not be familiar with formations, break that down for us.
Sure. So 4-2-3-1 basically means 4 defenders, 2 holding midfielders.
Holding midfielders.
Yep, they sort of sit in front of the defense and shield them. Then you have 3 attacking midfielders and a lone striker up top.
Okay. So essentially a strong defensive base, but with options to quickly counterattack.
Exactly. Very much a Moyes tactic.
Makes sense. Now, how does that match up against Manchester United's predicted formation?
Well, our source suggests they'll go with a 4-3-3, which is all about controlling possession and pressing high up the pitch.
So more aggressive approach.
Definitely more attacking. They want to win the ball back quickly and create chances.
Sounds risky.
It can be. Leaving yourself open at the back is always a gamble.
Especially against a team like Everton, who are known for their counterattacking prowess.
Right, so we've got this clash of styles brewing. It's going to be fascinating to see how it plays out.
Okay, so we've got the clash of styles. Now let's talk about the key players. Everton has Dominic Calvert-Lewin up front, who's been phenomenal lately.
He's a real handful for defenders. Strong in the air, great finisher.
Absolutely. But our source mentions that James Rodriguez might miss the match due to injury.
Oh, that's a big blow for Everton if he can't play.
Right. How much do you think that will affect their game?
Well, Rodriguez is the creative spark in that midfield.
Yeah.
He can unlock defenses with his passing and vision.
Yeah, he's a game changer.
Exactly. Without him, Everton's attack might lose some of its fluidity.
Okay, so a potential concern for Everton fans. But Manchester United's not exactly injury-free either, are they?
Nope, not at all.
Oh.
And it could really disrupt their plans.
Oh. How so?
Well, they're missing Amad Diallo, their leading striker.
Oh, wow. That's a huge loss.
It is. He's their main goal threat.
So how will they cope without him?
Well, it means their midfielders will need to step up and contribute more in attack.
Makes sense. But even bigger issue, it seems, is in defense.
Yeah, Lisandro Martinez, who's been so crucial to their backline, is also out.
Oh, man. That's not good.
Not good at all. It creates a gap that Everton could definitely exploit, especially on the counter.
And our source also mentions Kobbie Mainoo is out as well.
Right, another defensive injury.
Oof, that's rough for Manchester United fans.
It is. It puts a lot of pressure on their remaining defenders to hold things together.
Yeah, they've got their work cut out for them. So Manchester United facing a real uphill battle here. But as we all know, in football, anything can happen.
Absolutely. It's a game of moments.
Exactly. So let's see how they approach this tactical challenge.
Should be fascinating.
All right, so we've covered a lot about the team's form, tactics, those crucial injuries. But let's switch gears a bit and dive into something our source highlights, the betting insights. Ah, yes, always an interesting angle.
It is. Now, before everyone thinks we're turning into tipsters,
Right.
remember, we're just exploring different aspects of the game here.
Exactly. Betting odds can be a fascinating way to look at things.
They can.
Yeah.
Even if you're not a gambler, it kind of gives you a glimpse into how the experts are assessing the match.
Yeah, the probabilities, potential upsets, all that.
Exactly. So for this Everton-Manchester United clash, what kind of predictions did our source throw out there?
Well, the first one that caught my eye was Everton to win.
Everton to win.
Yeah, odds are currently at 2.50, which suggests they're the favorites.
Okay, so considering their home form,
Right?
and Manchester United struggles on the road, plus those injuries, it's not a huge surprise, is it?
Not really. It's a pretty reasonable prediction.
It is. But here's where it gets a bit more interesting. They also suggest both teams to score NO.
Ooh, now that's an interesting one.
Right, with odds of 1.8 Airy.
It does seem a bit counterintuitive. It does. I mean, both teams, even with United's missing players, still have some attacking threat.
They do. But if you look closely at Everton's recent defensive record.
Ah, okay. So under Moyes, they've really tightened things up at the back.
Exactly. They've kept a clean sheet in about 40% of their recent games.
Okay, so even if Manchester United creates chances.
There's a decent chance Everton's defense could shut them down.
Right. So it's not just about whether Manchester United can score, it's whether Everton can prevent them from scoring.
Exactly. Two sides of the same coin.
I like that. And don't forget, Manchester United's attack has been a bit inconsistent this season.
Oh, absolutely. They've actually failed to score in nearly 30% of their matches.
Wow. So when you combine Everton's improved defense with United's scoring struggles, the both teams to score no predictions starts to make a bit more sense.
It does. It's all about those tactical nuances.
It is. It's like a chess match.
Exactly. And the last betting tip they highlighted was under 2.5 goals.
Under 2.5 goals. Okay.
Odds of 2.0 for that one. So pointing towards a potentially low-scoring affair.
Ah, a tight, tense match.
Potentially. And here's where all our analysis about form, tactics, injuries, it all comes together.
Right. It all connects.
It does. So Everton's likely to focus on that defensive solidity, hit on the counter, and with Manchester United's attack weakened, well, it could very well be a game where goals are hard to come by.
So for our listeners who might be thinking about having a little flutter on this match,
Right.
what's the key takeaway?
I'd say expect a tight match. These betting tips, they offer some insights, but football, it's unpredictable.
Oh, absolutely. Anything can happen on the day. Okay, so we've gone from analyzing form, tactics, even dipped into betting predictions. For you, what's the most captivating element of this Everton versus Manchester United clash?
For me, it's definitely the clash of styles. You've got Everton with their disciplined defense and counterattacking threat up against Manchester United, who want to control possession, press high.
Yeah.
It's going to be fascinating to see which approach comes out on top.
Absolutely. And of course, the added layer of intrigue. How will Manchester United adapt to those key injuries? Can they overcome the odds? Can they get a win at Goodison Park?
Good questions.
They are. It's a real test for them. It's going to be a captivating match. What about you? What has you on the edge of your seat for this one?
It's definitely the tactical side of it for me. I'm really curious to see if Everton can successfully implement their counter-attacking strategy against Manchester United's weakened defense. On the other hand, how will Manchester United try to break down Everton's potentially stubborn defense, especially with their top striker out? It sets up a fascinating battle. Plus, there's always the Goodison Park factor. Will the atmosphere and the home crowd play a significant role in the outcome? It's going to be a thrilling match to watch unfold. So we really dug deep into this match, haven't we? We've talked about the form, the tactics, the players, even those betting predictions. But this deep dive, it's just the start. It is. Consider it your pre-match analysis.
Yeah.
We've given you the information, the insights to think about. Now it's up to you to see how it all plays out on the pitch.
Exactly. Because the beauty of football is it can be so unpredictable. You can analyze all you want, but there's always that element of surprise.
Right. You never know what's going to happen.
You don't. There could be a moment of brilliance, an unexpected twist, anything.
A last-minute goal, a red card, a stunning save, who knows? That's what keeps us coming back for more.
Absolutely. So as you watch the match, Keep all this in mind.
Yeah.
Think about Everton's home advantage,
Manchester United's injuries.
the tactical battle, all of it. But most importantly, just enjoy the game.
Exactly. Soak it all in.
And let's be honest, this match has all the ingredients for a classic.
It does.
You've got two teams with very different styles,
Both facing their own challenges.
both with something to prove. So I guess the question is, will Everton, fueled by their home crowd and that tactical discipline, will they get the win?
Or will Manchester United find a way? Despite the odds, will they rise to the occasion and snatch a victory at Goodison? It's going to be fascinating to see what happens.
It is. It's going to be a thriller.
Well, that's about all the time we have for today's deep dive. We've covered a lot, but as always, we encourage you to keep exploring.
Yeah. Do your own research,
Read more about the teams,
analyze the stats.
and most importantly, enjoy the match. Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.